Yo, how's it going, everyone? It's me again, your boy Tavo, and I'm back with another session. So I'll be continuing from where I left off in terms of my app development. Um, I've come across a problem right now because PhoneGap has been discontinued. So everything that I have done, now I'm questioning, like which way is best to go forward. I could continue with the Apache Cordova, which is similar, but now I'm really starting to doubt if whether that's the right way to go because I don't want to find myself in trouble, just before I am finished with my application or just even any other problems that might occur once, the app is out in production. So I did a little research, just in terms of what's the next step to take. What is the best technology that I could use where I don't really have to learn a lot of new, like a new language, where I don't really have to start completely from scratch, but I could just kind of use already the knowledge that I have. So React Native seems to be the answer for that, but that is also another kind of learning curve. So yes, that's kind of the point I, where I am right now, that I have to now start learning React and React Native, and then from then on really then apply it again. And also in terms of my app, I decided to make some changes because I kind of went through it and then realized that some things were really not necessary, especially for what the app would be used for. So there are a lot of things that I had done which I'm just gonna kind of scratch and just focus on what the main um, intention of the application is, or the main use for the application is. So so that's another change that I had to make. So I'm just gonna say that it's been one hell of a ride, because once again I had to kind of hit the books and start surfing the internet for tutorials and going through the React and React Native documentation, all of that. And yes, as always, it's always quite a bit, but learning is fun. It's something that I enjoy, but I also just don't want to keep learning constantly without really applying, the knowledge. So now, so now I will take you through the process and what I've done basically, like after having to learn all of that. And all I can say is that, it's a it's a lengthy process, just when I had covered so much ground, then having to go back and then learn something else again, which is a lot of hours, which I felt that they could have gone rather into developing the application instead of just learning a new technology and having to redo everything again. But nonetheless, it still kind of reinforces everything that I've learned. I just kind of have to think of it as practice, That's what it is, and it is what it is, But also I have something that I need to finish. So without further ado, I'll just kind of take you through what I've done. With everything that I've learned. This is where I had to start again, and I'll show you how far I am now, and I'll keep continuing to do so up until the application is finished. So let's kind of go through everything and then enjoy. Okay, folks. So now I'm about to take you through the whole project. So I'm using VS Code, as you can see, and I've got an emulator open here. So basically what I did to run this, I ran it from over here. I've got this, well, this is on a different page, but I'll just bring it over just so that you can have an idea. It says Metro Bundler. So basically this is where I can choose how to run my application, whether I want to use an emulator, whether I want to use it on iOS or on the web and all of that. So I'm using Expo. That might not mean much, but it's a good way to start. So I'll just move this to the side for now. Okay, so from there, this is where I run my application so that it runs on the emulator. And this is what it looks like. And this is the skeleton, so I haven't really done any design on it. And so this is how it would start. You would press start, and then you would have to do some authentication. I'll just say Tabo or email, blah blah blah, and there we go. So welcome to Cell Academy Tabo, and then I would press play. Now here, okay, like I said, this would be like a list of all the different lessons that you would go through. So this would be the basic structure. So this is how I would like to set it up. And you would start with the first game that you would play, which is like a match making game. You have to match the different faces with the word, basically the emotion that this picture represents. So I actually, as I was testing it out, then I kind of like set up a log over here so that you can see how this whole thing works. Like for instance, this is not matching, so because it's not matching, then you've got that over there. So let me just also increase the size a bit so that you can see it a lot better. Okay, I'll just do it like that. Okay, so as you can see the log here, so this and that don't match, so you got wrong match. So this is how I was testing it out in the beginning to see if everything works fine. And if I click that and that, see, now I've got perfect match, and see, now they disappear. So this is how the game works. I mean, I'm sure some of you might be familiar with this game. So this is angry, perfect match, so it works. Calm, perfect match. Frightened, it doesn't work. Frightened with that, you know. So this is the basic game, which is about learning the different emotions or matchmaking, looking at the picture and then choosing the right word that represents that emotion. So this is how the application works. And I can go back, and here's the meditation screen. So this is a meditation exercise. You press the circle to inhale, and then afterwards you release. So you get prompts on how long you should prolong the meditation. So this is basically to guide your breathing technique in terms of how long you should hold in your breath, how long you should just kind of slowly release it. And so this will be part of the application, you know, teaching you how to properly meditate. And then one is Labyrinth, but this is not quite done yet, so I'm not going to click on it. But this is how the whole structure would work. And then you've got info, and then on this page then you would have information about the application. Well, this you've seen, start, and then it would continue. And so there's still a whole lot of elements that I still need to work on in terms of the inventory and the data structure, because all of this I would like for this to be driven by data, so that on your database you've got a record of your progress, and each and every lesson that you go through will determine on which level you're in, or you are. So in the beginning, like these last two will be inaccessible, so you'll have to start from the beginning, because you cannot jump to level 2 or level 3 without first going to level 1. So these represent the different levels of your education in terms of social emotional learning. And so I still need to work on the data, but yes, this is how React Native works. This is kind of the basics of it. Doesn't look like much, but yeah, this has been quite a bit of work for me, you know, since I'm not familiar with it, and I had to kind of learn the animation and all of that. I had to create all of this myself. So this is what my project, what the standpoint of my project is at the moment, and from then on I will then improve upon it. I have to basically design the UI. I have to create an inventory for the different badges that you will collect with each and every level that you pass. Yes, the database. When you log in, then you have your user info and your database, which will give you access to the different levels according to your progress. So yeah, this is what I've done so far, and yeah, it's been fun. So over here on the side, this is basically all the different components or screens that I've created, and then these are the different components. So yeah, I'm not gonna explain much in terms of how React works. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, I can also create a tutorial later on, which I will still do anyway, because I'd like to share everything that I've learned. But yeah, so this is what my progress is so far. Not much, that's why I was kind of embarrassed to show this, but yeah, this is what it is. So yeah, okay, so till the next video, then I'll show you more in terms of my progress and the things that I still need to do. So yeah, without saying much, I'll say goodbye for now, and till the next one. Bye.